All right, so today we're going to be doing the Bounce the Ball lab. Some information that you're going to need to know for today's lab. The big thing that you're going to need to have is your data sheet. Now, your data sheet was glued into your interactive notebook. If you don't have a copy of that, it's no big deal. You can just go to the website and print one off. So there's a few things that I want to go over. That way you're clear on what the expectations are. The first thing is always title your lab. You have your x-axis and then your y-axis like this. So basically on the bottom you're going to have your drop height and then you're going to have your bounce height on your y-axis. So when we do labs and we are trying to record data, make sure that you know the difference between an x and a y-axis. Your x-axis is always your independent variable and your y-axis is always your dependent variable. And we're going to go over this again here shortly. But the thing that you're going to have to get from this lab is the actual data. You're going to watch the videos here shortly. They are in slow motion, so you're able to pause the video if need be. I know you guys know how to operate YouTube and slow the video down to 0.5 speed or 0.25 speed. If you need to do that to get accurate data, go ahead and do so. So we're going to revisit this data sheet here in just a second. And then what you need to make sure that you do at the very end is label your X and Y axis and also plot your data. Now we're going to use ordered pairs from this, which is stuff that you guys should be clear on from math. So your X data will always be your independent variable and your Y data will always be your dependent variable. So watch the videos, please record your information here. They are called attempts in the video and not trials, but I think you guys will be able to figure that out. And then we're going to come back and talk about how to discuss how to figure out your average, and we'll go from there. Okay?
Two, three, two, three, 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 two, three, three, three.
All right, so hopefully you got some good data out of those videos that you just watched. Again, with them being in slow motion, I hope that gave you the ability to really find accurate information. So I'm just going to use X's, or actually I'm just going to use some made up numbers here for my data just to help you guys figure out what you're supposed to do. So let's just say in trial 1, I got 20 centimeters for every single bounce height. I'm going to average those numbers. Now, the average, what you do is you take your 20s, we have 4 attempts, so you're going to add up all of your 20s. That's going to give us a total of 80. Well, this is the sum. We don't want the sum, okay? We want the average. So what you're going to do is take 80 and divide it by 4, okay? Well, when you do the math on that, 4 times 2, 0 remainder, okay? Well, you come back out with 80 as your average. All right, so that's just an example of how to calculate average. Now what you're going to do, this automatically becomes your Y data. This whole shaded column is your Y data for your X and Y ordered pairs. So for instance, at our drop height of 40 centimeters, that's our X, and our bounce height is 20. We're going to put our average number in there. So you know that all of your x's are already accounted for because this is what you controlled. If you controlled this, that automatically makes it an independent variable, which means it's going to go here on your independent variable line. So this is going to be your drop height, and you're going to go ahead and record your ordered pairs, and I'm just going to do the first one as an example. So this would be your x, and this is your y. So you're going to go over to 40, then you're going to go up to 20, and then that's going to be your first ordered pair. So of course you're going to have data for 60, 80, and 100, and you're going to have your ordered pairs from this T-chart. Then we're going to plot your data. Once you get your data, you're going to make a line of best fit. All right. When you're done with this, there'll be some follow-up questions that will be in the form of Bounce the Ball Lab quiz. I hope you got a clear understanding of the expectation of this lab from watching the video. If you have any other questions, feel free to watch the video again or email me.